For Life, here with your pro-life news break. Colorado late-term abortionist Warren Hearn, who described how to dismember a living baby in the womb in a medical textbook, has closed his killing center. Hearn announced the closing of the Boulder Abortion Clinic on his website, saying it has been a privilege to do this work for 55 years and then passing on his, quote, sacred commitment to others. The retirement of Curtis Boyd in New Mexico and death of Leroy Carhart in Nebraska could point to a future where fewer abortionists are willing to kill fully developed children in the womb. But as pro-life attorney Mike Seibel often reminds pro-lifers, a program called the Ryan Residency, funded by billionaire Warren Buffett, has taught more than 7,000 doctors in 118 programs across the country how to perform abortions. So while Hearn's retirement is good news, it's not the end of the story. Also in Colorado, Governor Jared Polis yesterday signed 2 pro-abortion bills, including one that puts state taxpayers on the hook for paying for abortion through its Medicaid program. A Colorado lawmaker recently touted the cost-saving benefits in averted births, but Priests for Life National Director Frank Pavone, as he pointed out, abortion averts births by killing children. Polis has just signed a death warrant for his own constituents, Pavone said. For at least the last year, we have been reading media reports about OBGYNs fleeing states where laws protect the unborn from abortion. Turns out that was fake news. Now, a new study is being reported by some of those same media outlets, and it found that doctors are not packing up and leaving those states. According to Reuters, researchers who reviewed administrative records of more than 60,000 OBGYNs in a federal database found that contrary to anecdotal media reports, it does not appear that doctors are fleeing from those states. In fact, the number of OBGYNs increased by 8.3% in states with strict abortion laws, 10.5% in states where less restrictive laws protect babies, and 7.7% in states where abortion remains available on demand. The researchers really wanted to find some tangible proof that abortion laws are hurting women, but the best they could do was to uncover a small decrease in the number of doctors applying for residencies in the states with protective laws. Wyoming's only abortion facility was back in business this week after a judge on Monday suspended 2 state laws while a legal challenge winds its way through the courts. One suspended law would require clinics providing surgical abortions to be licensed as outpatient surgical centers. The other would require women to get an ultrasound before a chemical abortion. Julie Burkhart, owner of Wellspring Health Access in Casper, called the ruling a great day for Wyoming. An Oklahoma Senate panel on Monday advanced a bill that would make it a felony to deliver abortion-inducing drugs in the state. The full Senate is expected to consider the bill. No Limits on Abortion New Jersey has launched a billboard campaign in Dallas and Houston, hoping to lure Texas abortionists with too much time on their hands to the Garden State. The billboards have been erected near prominent hospitals. New Mexico had a similar campaign last year, hoping to draw Texas abortionists across their shared border. Democrats in Wisconsin, who are not content to wait for a state Supreme Court ruling on the constitutionality of an 1845 law that would protect most babies from abortion, have introduced the Abortion Rights Restoration Act. The bill would repeal the 1849 law and do away with laws calling for mandatory counseling and an ultrasound before abortion. It also would eliminate any restrictions on chemical abortion pills. An effort to get a fetal personhood amendment on the ballot in Montana has failed, but 2 pro-life bills are headed to Governor Greg Gianforte for his signature. One bill allows pregnancy resource centers to operate without government interference. The other prohibits the sale of human fetal tissue. A newborn baby was found dead in a dumpster in Albuquerque, New Mexico on Tuesday, in what has become an annual occurrence in the state that has no limits on abortion, but whose lawmakers repeatedly defy efforts to expand access to safe haven baby boxes. We are dealing with a death cult in the New Mexico legislature that has no value for life before or after birth, said Elisa Martinez of the New Mexico Alliance for Life. How many innocent babies must die alone in a trash can before they act? In Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis is expected to sign a bill authorizing hospitals, EMS stations, and fire stations that are staffed 24 hours per day to use the wall-mounted, temperature-controlled baby boxes that safely accept and protect infants whose mothers have decided they cannot care for them. Last year, DeSantis signed a bill allowing parents up to 30 days to safely surrender their newborns. The previous law gave them just 7 days to make the life-saving decision. And finally, in Texas, a bill seeking to clarify the state's abortion laws is headed to the full Senate for consideration. Texas law protects babies from abortion except to save the life of the mother. But doctors and hospitals have complained that the law is vague, so Senate Bill 31 is intended to clarify when doctors can legally intervene and requires doctors and lawyers to undergo training on Texas abortion law. That's some of what's making news this week. Thank you for tuning in. If you would like to keep up with our press releases and commentary, go to prolife.press or scan the barcode on your screen. Please join us in praying for the repose of the soul of Pope Francis and that the Holy Spirit and not politics guides the selection of his successor. And please remember always that life is the only choice.
Hello, this is Father David Begany, one of the many members of Priests for Life. Prayer is the foundation of the pro-life movement. I invite you to join Priests for Life in prayer each day for an end to abortion. We have many different prayer campaigns throughout the year, and you can find them all at prayercampaign.org. Please sign up with us to be a regular prayer partner. God bless you.
Hello, I'm Sam Brownback, and I've worked alongside Father Frank Pavone for many years on the cause of life. He's a true champion, and the Priests for Life have been wonderful champions of this great cause, of the cause of human dignity of every human at every phase of life, from the very first moment of conception until its natural death. The human species, the human person, each and every one are full of dignity, priceless in value, and Priests for Life stand for that. Join their work with them, work alongside them in this battle, this incredible battle, this fantastically important battle for life in the United States. We've got to win this fight. Join them.